and press up, left, right, down. Oh, both of them are going to be playing on Japanese. Looks like they agreed upon that beforehand. So we're going to get ourselves a little bit of an incomprehensible story fest here, but that's all right. It's going to save us a few seconds over the course of this run. But let's get this party started. Both of them starting off the way the entire saga begins. Run to the left, get the morph ball. Now they both can become balls. And look at them roll. Thankfully, in this game, rolling is just as fast as walking, so there's no reason not to be morphed. And unfortunately, you have to listen to this statue tell us its stories and show us pictures of its children, because otherwise it won't get out of the way. And here they start the Brinstar climb. Brinstar is one of the most challenging sections in the run due to all the vertical movement in it, including this climb. You can see it requires a lot of very tight wall jumps, and also making full use of knowing how high to jump, because jumping is slower than running in pretty much all respects, so you don't want to be jumping higher than you have to, or more often than you have to. But Destructor getting through it just a little bit more cleanly than Sam, being the first to make it to the missiles. Missiles being of critical importance in this game, because they'll be both runners' primary source of damage. Now Destructor first to face off against the worm. I think it's called King Worm, I don't know. It dropped a charge beam. Oh, he tried for a double missile, but accidentally let go of his... Oh, but he gets a second double. That's fine. Oh no, he was trying for the triple. He was trying for the triple, I think. But he gets it, though. Man, Destructor just showing off right now. Both of them getting full missile count. Oh, that's what I like to see. They have nothing to fear from the hive room except the hive room itself. So here we go, hive room. There are 3 hives that they have to deal with. First one to grab this missile tank, and the second 2 to get out. And you need 3 missiles per hive in order to get through here in a timely fashion, so missile count is very tight. So let's see if Destructor can do it without any extra victory laps. Oh my gosh, it's no big deal. Just like getting up and pulling a glass of water from the sink. Ain't nothing. Oh no. Sam, unfortunately, getting knocked down, having to take an extra victory lap. But he still makes it through with a little trouble. Thankfully, even if you get knocked around by the hive room, there's an energy tank waiting. Ooh, Destructor getting that good enemy placement. Fires the safety missile, but doesn't even need it. And opting to kill an enemy with beam instead of missiles. Oh, Sam gets the bad placement, but he fires the missile a little bit too early. Thankfully getting a health drop, because both of them want to maintain high health, heading toward the ice beam to try to skip a refill. But Destructor first to get the bombs. Bombs being an incredibly useful item in this game. Oh no, Destructor getting a troll bug. Sometimes they just take forever to drop down. There's not a thing you can do about it. Let's see if Sam can get some better bug luck here. That could save him a little bit of time. Well, okay, Sam gets slightly better bug luck, although he seems to have a little bit of trouble rounding them up. Now both of them on their way to the next destination. Now, if you've played this game yourself, you might remember that the game wants you to go fight Kraid first. The game is designed to just, you know, go get some power-ups and go fight Kraid, but, yeah, no, we're not doing that. They're going to be heading straight for Ridley, because one of the joys of this game is that you can go wherever you want to go. So you want to go fight Ridley first? The game says, yeah, sure, your funeral, and then it's not our funeral, because we know what we're doing. No, really, we mean it. Now Destructor stopping to grab himself the charge beam. The worm dropped it earlier, but he decided to not wait and see its death animation, because it takes a few seconds. And nobody likes a drama queen, King Worm. Stop that. Now, the charge beam, unfortunately, is not terribly useful for damage, especially not in this category, but the pseudo screw attack you get by somersaulting while you're holding a charge is never not useful. It is what makes that beam charge beam worth picking up, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Now both of them heading down into Norfair in the same cutscene at the same time. That's how close they're keeping it. And don't be alarmed by Mother Brain's eye, she needs it to see. Unfortunately, no depth perception, so all she knows is that Samus is there, but doesn't know how far away she is. And Destructor doing real good on ammo. His health is full, so any drops he gets will be missile drops, and his ammo is looking good as well. Like I said, they both want to try to be keeping full health here, so they can get more missile drops, so that way they can try to skip the refill at Ice Beam. Unfortunately, they can't quite head to Ice Beam immediately, because in what is rare for this game, there's actually a vine that blocks the path until they get the power grip, so they're going to have to take a little bit of a detour here into Crateria. Thankfully, there's good stuff to get in Crateria, such as this unknown item. Which lets them break these blocks, and also later will become the mighty Plasma Beam. We like the Plasma Beam because it passes through enemies and does damage per frame. Now Destructor showing off one of the cool things about bombs, doing what we call a JBJ, a jump bomb jump. And now on their way to get the power grip. An item that can only be described as the ultimate quality of life item in this game. Because all you have to do is play Zero Mission Randomizer once and not get the power grip in order to immediately appreciate how great it is. Bombs will never not be great. Destructor showing off another fancy trick, the double infinite bomb jump. Because of the short fuse and big blast radius on the bombs in Zero Mission, you can infinite bomb jump faster than in pretty much any other Metroid game to date. Both of them getting out of the pit real quick. That is some top-tier execution right there. Yeah, Justin Bailey makes a valid point. We all are very thankful for that vine, because let's be honest, if it were faster to skip power grip, we would, but we would hate it, because not having power grip really does make several parts of this game incredibly obnoxious. Now both of them making their way back, still doing very well on ammo, both of them at full health. This is just excellent play from both of them. I mean, I'm glad that they are both showing us today why they are among the best. Oh, unfortunately, Sam getting a hit, but making good use of jump extends there to avoid falling in the lava. That was a real cool play there. Alright, Destructor is the first to make it into the ante-room for the Ice Beam here. Oh, look at him doing wall jumps on single blocks in order to get through here more quickly. And there it is, the Ice Beam. The only major beam item we'll actually be picking up along the way. No long beam. Well, actually, aside from charge beam, it's early, okay? Yeah, no wave beam, no long beam. Skipping all that. And now a little bit of some wall jumps. A clever bomb to get around that statue, because we definitely don't want to hear about that guy's family, because boy, that one takes the better part of a minute. Both of them, though, in good enough shape to skip the refill. Excellent. And now Destructor first into the developer shortcut there, making it through nice and easy, getting that quick unmorph into the wall jump, which is pretty tight. Sam also doing it right there, no problem. Destructor just plowing through that corridor. Oh, Sam actually, with his missile count being a little bit lower, opting to stop and pick up that missile tank. Ooh, Destructor first against the Mao Cocoon, but tinks a couple of missiles. That's bad news. Oh no, you'd better be careful. Yeah, it looks like he's going to have to kill a couple of spores to get his missile count back up. Sam, meanwhile, entering the fight with an excellent missile count. He can afford to tank a few, although I doubt he will. Destructor finishing it off, but Sam is actually on point to have a super clean fight here. Oh, look at that. Sam almost had the perfect fight. He hit a single spore, but otherwise has gained back a few seconds here. That was a good Imago from both, but Sam's was just a little bit better. Now everyone listen. That is Ridley singing you the song of his people from the room next door. Now Destructor opting to stop and get himself a few extra missiles here. You do need to have a few missiles to get through Ridley in a timely fashion. Thankfully, Charge Beam does alleviate that somewhat. Dealing with the room full of side hoppers that they're both coming up on with a charged Ice Beam is a lot less dangerous. In fact, here's Destructor getting into it now. These big side hoppers do 30 damage, so they do not want to be giving them hugs. You see Destructor getting through nice and as quickly as he can, and in some cases opting to take damage from the bugs instead of the side hoppers because they do less damage. Sam, unfortunately, having a bit less luck, hugging a couple of side hoppers, but still... Oh man, both of them with no missiles. Thankfully, they're going to pick up this missile tank along the way, because they need the missiles to deal with more side hoppers right here. Thankfully, with their health count, they can both afford to take the damage boost, one in, one out. Both of them at super missiles, separated by seconds, still keeping it nice and close. They can afford to use one super on the way back, though, hopefully again. Alright, good enemy placement in the pillar room for Destructor. Sam having a little bit of trouble coming back, but ooh. I'm glad that they had cooperative pillar rooms. You do not want to take a tumble in the pillar room. Getting back around costs you about a minute, and you just feel real bad about it. And now both of them going to get that second super missile tank. 4 supers is the magic number for the first half of the game. Especially since I'm expecting them both to not grab the energy tank behind Ridley. So they're going to be doing a 1E tank Ridley. And to do that without supers is essentially guaranteed death. At least if you want to do it fast. Ooh, Destructor tried to go for refill glitch. Doesn't quite get it. Oh, Sam tried for it as well. Unfortunately, he didn't morph. He was in the position he needed, but he didn't morph in time. So Destructor going to be first to face off against the Screamy Boy. Here he comes now. Say hello, everybody. We're happy to see you too, friend. It looks good. Destructor finishing him off in short order. Sam taking a little bit longer, getting really a chance to fly around a bit, but both of them still finishing him off with no trouble. Ooh, Destructor getting a super missile drop. I'm sure he's happy to see that. Destructor! He's got nothing on Sam, though, who gets more super missile drops than he can use. Ooh, luck favors Sam this day on that front. So Destructor is going to have to probably either opt to take the high road here and skip the E-Tank, or stop to kill a couple of the owls on the way out in order to get that second super missile, because I'm sure he would love to avoid refilling. But both of them need to have 4 supers in order to kill Kraid quickly. So that's real important, and supers don't drop in Kraid. I mean, they can, but it's incredibly rare. You can't rely on it. So I'm expecting Destructor to stop and kill a couple of the owls here. Oh, he gets one off the first one. Very nice. So that lost him practically no time. But Sam has closed the gap considerably. Both of them just making their way back on up to Brinstar so they can go pay Kraid a house call. But along the way, they're going to be grabbing a couple of things. There is Destructor still has to grab the missile tank that Sam already grabbed. So that actually is probably going to enable Sam to pull into the lead slightly, since Destructor has this item cutscene. Yeah, just like that, Sam is now in the lead, but they are still very close. Grabbing a couple of missile tanks, and also the all-important high jump. In the past, we used to grab as a quality of life thing, but then after retiming it, turns out having high jump is actually a bit faster. It doesn't just make you jump higher and give you jump ball, but it also makes your vertical jumps faster. Just a little bit. Oh no, Destructor, unfortunately, taking a tumble in the lava, probably wanting to clean all those enemy guts off his suit, but still, it's going to cost him a moment. Not much to say at the moment. Getting back through Brinstar is going to be a little bit different. One of the cool things is that now with high jump, the vertical climb through Brinstar is going to be a little bit different than it was earlier, if they want to do it optimally. Oh no, Destructor almost going back down, managing to jump back up before that crumble block reformed. Nice save. Both of them, meanwhile, showing off just why we love the pseudo-screw so much. You can just keep right on moving, and enemies don't even get in the way. Ooh. Sam having an unfortunate encounter. That's the thing about enemies in this game. Their movement is not completely random. It's usually one of a small handful of possible positions and movements. So basically, you have to be prepared to know which one you're dealing with and how to deal with it quickly. Unfortunately, that one enemy between those two doors can be a bit of an obstruction. Yes, jumping off a crumble block is a one-frame jump, although in that case, it takes... since the platform below it is close enough, you can jump back up if you're fast enough before the block reforms. But now, both Sam and Destructor are about to face off against the major trick of this run, the major skip, Acid Worm Skip. They don't want to have to go fight the Acid Worm to activate the magnetic rails, so they're just going to make it across this pit without fighting it. Sam, no problem, using his multi-bomb technique to get across this gap. First try. Destructor about to try himself. No problem. Both getting first try Acid Worm Skip. That is absolutely what I like to see. Now heading toward the second unknown item. It looks like a clown wig, but it's actually a space jump. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to use it just yet. They'll get it later, don't you worry. Both of them in good enough shape that neither of them needs to take the refill. Sam actually has enough missiles, he might opt to just do the double missiles running through this room. Yes, he is. Nope. Oh, missing one. That's actually a pretty tight window to be able to hit both of them, hit those enemies with both missiles without having to stop. Destructor having similar luck getting through there. Sam first to make it to Kraid. Let's see how this goes. This is not a good time for everyone to look away because, yeah, that was Kraid. Poor Kraid. Goes through all the trouble to get the nice camera angle to show his arrival. Roaring. Has his own theme song. And Sam just comes in here and just bam bam done. Ooh, Sam getting refill glitch. Very nice. I think Destructor's going for it too. Oh, Destructor missing it by maybe a pixel. That was so close. For a moment, I got really excited that we might actually get double refill glitch. I don't think we've actually gotten that so far this tourney, and that was the closest we've come. Destructor was so close. Yeah, overlapping the refill animation with the fanfare for picking up the speed booster saves you a little bit of time. And both of them having to do a little bit of extra Shine Spark shenanigans here to get out of Kraid, since, again, they skipped the Acid Worm, so that magnetic rail is not active. Thankfully, neither of them taking the tumble there. If you fall into the lava in that room, it drops you back into the room below, and that's just, makes you feel a little bit embarrassed. with that, both of them done with both of the bosses on their way to Turian. 50 missiles, 4 supers, 2 E-tanks, pretty standard fare. Both of them playing very well. Not grabbing any safety E-tanks or missiles. I don't think we're gonna see either. Yeah, just neither of them is going for Brinstar Super, so they're both gonna be doing a 4 super Turian, which is fine. Having the extra supers does make Turian a little bit more comfortable, but it's never necessary. And Turian is very much where runs go to die, so I'll be interested to see if anything changes while they're going through there, because it is very drop dependent. They want to get super drops, and that can definitely cause a major time loss for either of them. Sam first to make it. Look at all the little children running around. They're hungry. Although hopefully, with any luck, they won't be dining on Samus today, because Metroids in this game drain your health exceedingly quickly. If either of them gets grabbed, they're going to lose a whole lot of health before they can get it off. Now you're going to see both of them use supers, despite the fact that they need 4 supers to kill Mother Brain quickly, because with full health, which they both have, you can still get super drops even with full supers, and if you get a super drop and you have full supers, you've essentially wasted 2 supers. So they're going to be using some supers, but they're going to try to always maintain usually about 2. So that way if they get a drop, it won't be a wasted drop. Oh, Sam getting one right before this room, which is pretty challenging. He's going to be trying to take on 3 Metroids at once here, and with having supers and another super drop, Sam is getting all the good drops at all the right times. Meanwhile, Destructor being a bit less lucky, down to 1 super, not getting any drops before this room. I'm sure he's not too happy about that. Hopefully he can... Oh! Double supers off that Metroid! And another drop off the final Metroid. That's excellent. I'm sure he's real happy about that. Sam heading into the final Metroid room with 2 supers. Hopefully he can get another drop here. This is the last room with Metroids. If not, he's going to have to farm them off the green Rinkas, and he does. We're likely not going to see him use any other supers in here, because he doesn't want to have to farm supers. As expected, Destructor entering the same room with 2 supers. Let's see if he can get some lucky drops. He does. He gets a drop, but he's being a little bit more... He took the chance, using 2 supers, but getting... Oh my gosh, look at these super drops! Look at these super drops! Destructor just probably smiling right now, happy with drops like those. Meanwhile, Sam setting up for Zebetite skip, farming early so he doesn't have to kill Zebs and then come back. It's a frame-perfect trick, though. He has to... Oh, that was a bit too low. Now he has to reset the room. You have to freeze that Rinka, ball jump, drop a bomb, and unmorph on the same frame that the bomb explodes. And then Samus will kind of phase through the Zebetite. It's frame-perfect, and if you drop that... There we go! There we go! Let's see if Destructor can get a little bit faster. Oh, no! He got the trick, but for some reason it didn't move him to the left. So he's just going to go for it. He's just going to... kill 2 Zebetites, then go back and farm, which is the classic strat. Unfortunately for him, Sam got Zebetite skip, although on second try, and is already fighting Mother Brain, and he's just moments away from sending Mother Brain back to wherever the heck it is she came from. Just like that, already on his way out. Destructor having the missiles he needs, now he too can go challenge Mother Brain, but he's got to make up some distance now. Oh, that was unfortunate. He got the trick, but unfortunately, I think the Rinka might have been too high or something. He just did not move to the left through the Zebetite. Now Destructor having to do the same thing. His missile count is exact. He can't afford to miss a single one. 15 missiles, 4 supers is what you need in order to kill Mother Brain quickly here. Just like that, Destructor also finishing off the Mother Brain and getting himself that Shine Charge. Get himself an escape spark. Uh-oh. No problem, though. Good recover. But Sam, the first to escape from the Zebus here. But like they say, no good deed goes unpunished. Here come the pirates. They are not happy Samus has murdered their meal ticket, and they want retribution. And Destructor also making his way off the planet. Oh no, Samus, you didn't finish making payments on that. Oh no. But this run is far from over. Both of them going to be heading into Suitless here. Suitless, despite the fact that it's a high tension scene when you first play it, is actually pretty mundane, for lack of a better term, in the speed run, because the space pirates in this section are always in the same positions and always move the same way. So as long as your movement is consistent, you have nothing to fear from Suitless. That said, there's still always the possibility of something going wrong, so I will be curious to see if either of them opts to skip the health refill. Sam's skipping the map, and he's taking the refill, though. He is taking the refill. Let's see if Destructor opts to skip it, though. He might. Because it's certainly certainly riskier, but I wouldn't necessarily call it dangerous, especially not from either of these runners. Both of them will make it through Suitless without taking a hit more often than not. So it's pretty much just a matter. Oh, Sam just saying, I'm not even going to worry about tripwire skip. He's just running. He's just going, tripping the alarm intentionally. Interesting. He actually didn't opt to wait for the alarm to turn off in there, so he's going to have to wait for it to turn off in here. And there he goes. That turned off the alarm. He can go about his merry way. Destructor, meanwhile, did in fact opt to skip the refill. So he is playing in hard mode here. Because despite the fact that he knows where all the pirates are going to be, if anything goes wrong, those pirates will do 100 damage, killing him in one hit. So he has to play his best. This is humorously, this feels like a little bit of a role reversal, because if anyone here watched that spectacular zero mission race during SGDQ this year, you might remember that Sam was the only one to skip the refill in that one, but this time the shoe is on the other foot. Or whatever the saying is, it's really early, and I'm not very good with sayings. Meanwhile, Sam making his way through. Very fine, super clean. Destructor, likewise, having a very good Suitless so far. Destructor, indeed, doing what he does best, destructing. Oh, Destructor goes for fast searchlights, and he gets it. He is just playing like a man possessed, just going full speed. No safety strats here. Destructor is playing as if he were on world record pace. Sam, meanwhile, passing glass tube, which means he is halfway through Suitless. Destructor right behind him. Sam coming up on my least favorite room, no problem. Making up that single wall. Here's Destructor in glass tube. Again, not too far behind. Alright, Sam hitting another one of those mandatory alarms. Let's see who gets his namesake strat here. He's going to take a little bit of a pause in this crawling section here in order to give the alarm a chance to turn off. And he gets it. That's what we refer to as Sam Strat, despite the fact that Sam does not actually like that name, but nonetheless, turning off that alarm means that he's going to save himself about a second or so that he doesn't have to cut into a save room to turn off the alarm. That's 2 screen transitions he does not have to worry about. So Just run to the right here. Destructor likely also setting up for Sam Strat. The setup looks good. Let's see if he can get it. He does. Both of them getting Sam Strat. Very nice. And now Sam into the final alarm of Suitless here. He has to get through quite a few screens here, full of pirates. Has to make good use of the charge of his pistol. Ooh, unfortunately taking a little bit of a fall there. That's less than ideal. Thankfully, still not getting caught by the pirates. Justin Bailey, incidentally, Sam didn't actually call it Sam Strat. He wanted to call it something else. Everyone else just kind of dubbed it Sam Strat, much to his dismay. Sam is not a fan of strats named after runners. Destructor getting shot by the I-beam on the wall, thankfully doing a lot less damage than the pirates do, and Sam, meanwhile, making it through that final alarm. Now all he has to do is deal with Charlie, and he is on his way to the true endgame. Destructor almost done with Suitless, having made it through very cleanly, having skipped the refill. Just has to make it past this wall jump here, because he does not want to fall back down and say hello to those pirates. They will ruin his day. He makes the climb. Destructor, the legend, making it with a refill, skips Suitless, very clean, with fast searchlights and Sam Strat. He's got to be feeling himself right now, and honestly, he's earned it with a Suitless like that. Look at that. He's gained back time, both of them now in the same cutscene after that gap in Turian. Destructor gaining time in Suitless, one of the sections where you never gain back time, and he has done it. That is nothing to sneeze at right there, at all. Although Charlie, despite the fact that Charlie is a bit of usually a boss you don't worry too much about, Destructor does have to worry. He can't afford to take the damage boost with his health, and if things start going wrong, Charlie can still very easily kill him. So he's not in the clear. Meanwhile, Sam, wow, that was a fast Charlie. Sam gets a really good Charlie fight. Holy cow. So Destructor's got to play clean here, and also, oh, he's going to go for some damage boosts anyway. He's not worrying. Like I said, he's just trying to go fast here. He can't afford to take them all, but he can still afford to take one or two. I forget how much damage shooting yourself does in this fight. He's going to take one D boost, I think. No, he's not taking any. He's not taking the chance. Alright, unfortunately, not quite as fast as Sam's Charlie fight, because Sam was able to take the D boosts, but Destructor still finishing the fight, and he gets the glitch, which means keep your eyes on those shots that were on screen. Alright, Sam first into the endgame here, getting that final super missile tank. That is going to be the last item either of them pick up. Those glitch shots. So here we are. Here we are, final stretch. The risk is the game is not over. This race is not over. There are still things that can happen. Because even with Gravity Suit, Samus will take 50 damage from hitting a pirate. So they've still got to play clean. But time is short. Destructor has got to continue playing the way he has been playing the last few minutes if he wants to have a chance of catching up. Sam so far so good, making it through here very cleanly, not taking any hits, not making any mistakes. Destructor hoping to do the same. And normally at this point in the game is where you'd be going for the power bombs. We don't need power bombs because this isn't 100%. We're just outright skipping those. Thankfully, those unknown items are now able to be used, so space jumps for days. The space jump in this game is a blessing. Oh man, Sam making it through that room without taking a hit, that's not easy to do. Look at that. Sam's having an excellent set, doing really well here. Destructor's having a very strong start as well. Aw, Sam. I was hoping you would give me that angled missile shot. A little bit sad. Alright, Destructor not getting through this room as well. Let's watch out for those. Oh, unfortunately, not being quite so lucky. Those lightning enemies just... they like to snipe you, and they're very difficult to avoid. Alright, now Sam about to head into the room with the friend pirate. He's privy to the newest strats. Let's see if he goes for it. I think he might have. Unfortunately, his internet decided to go potato for a moment there. Oh, Destructor. Destructor. Thank you so much. Getting that frame-perfect angled missile shot to open the door. Ooh, I like it so much. Now the final few pirate rooms here. These rooms are exceedingly dangerous because these pirates are not quite as cooperative as the ones during Suitless, and there are a lot of them. So they gotta make it through these rooms cleanly and not run into any pirates if they can help it. Sam, no problem, just making it through. Unfortunately, Destructor seems to have had a bit of a run-in on the way. He's taken a hit. He's not in any danger, but he's still... just goes to show how dangerous the pirates are even now. Oh, Destructor getting himself a shot from a pirate there. Oh no. Unfortunately, a pirate waiting to meet him, and he decides to just power through it. Oh gosh. These rooms are full of pirates. Destructor's okay, but he takes more hits than he'd like to take. Meanwhile, Sam, first to make it to Mecha Ridley. Mecha Ridley, the fastest way to kill him, 6 missiles right into his weak spot. You don't want to miss any if you can help it, but if you miss one, you can still catch up with 3 extra missiles. We'll see what happens. There's the swipe, 6 short hops, 6 supers. Mecha Ridley is donezo. Destructor right behind him, about to get into Mecha Ridley. Unfortunately for Destructor, there's not... I don't know there's enough time for him to do a catch-up here, because all Sam has to do is make it out. He has to do a ball spark, and he has to take out 2 black pirates, the true final boss of the game. But even if those go a little bit south, as long as Sam finishes, he's still in really strong shape here. So here comes Destructor about to face off against Mecha Ridley. Let's see how it goes for him. No problem. 6 supers. Get out of here, Mecha Ridley. We'll see you again. Never. Sam taking a small hit on his way out. No big deal, though. 1 hit is not a problem. Destructor setting up for that. Ooh, Destructor getting that door bomb. Very nice. Alright, here's Sam in his room trying to get himself start setting up that shine spark. First thing he's got to do is set up a shine break, which is basically break the block on the floor and still manage to crouch and get the charge. Let's see if he can get it. He gets it, no problem. Oh no, but he doesn't open the door! Oh, that's unfortunate. He tried to shoot the missile, but missed. So now he's losing a little bit of time trying to get that charge again. He just has to make it to the top of this room without losing his charge, and he's got the ball spark. He gets it. Away he goes. This ball spark will carry him into the final room, and then all he has to do is deal with the 2 black pirates. We have a good setup for it, but still, they can ruin your day. Hopefully that red pirate is not going to appear at a bad time. Wow, that was really good timing on that red pirate. And with that, Sam is in the ship. He is done with an official SRL time of 39:09, and he is joining me here now. Sam, congratulations.
Thanks, man.
So, how do you feel about that run?
Well, that start was really rough. I thought I would lose after that start. Other than that, that ending was pretty funny, and Currents was bad. But you saw how I shot the door. I forgot to shoot the door, and I bonked into the wall.
Yeah, I saw that. All right. Yeah. And their Destructor now also finished with an official SRL time of 39:43. Both of them getting sub 40s. excellent play.
Thanks.
Yeah, Turian was interesting. You first pulled ahead because you grabbed the missile before Imago Cocoon before the fight. So he was ahead, and then since he had to stop and grab that missile, you pulled ahead, and then at that point you pretty much stayed ahead.
Okay.
But it was still really close up until Turian. He tried to get you tried for Zeb skip, and he tried for it as well. But he got a weird thing. Like he got the animation where Samus is in the hit stun and she goes through the Zeb, but he didn't move left. I don't know what happened.
Oh, it was. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch that.
Yeah, because I thought he had gotten it, but then he just didn't go left, and he had to just go through the room normally and go back and farm, and that's where the gap developed.
Oh, yeah. Okay, but he must have gone to that, because if you don't pass through, that's specific.
Sam, I'm not sure what's going on. Your microphone is just doing a thing, and I can't understand you very well.
Yeah, sorry, it's my internet, man.
Okay. And Destructor now joining us as well. Destructor, GG.
GG, Sam.
GG, Destructor. So how did you feel about your run, man?
Very disappointed, honestly.
Yeah,
my worst run of the tournament so far, but hey. We all need a worst run, I guess, but that was a really bad time to get that one.
Yeah, I early on I thought you had pulled ahead by a significant margin because my early game was not very good.
Mine was good. Like it looked a sub, or definitely a sub 10 enter Ridley, but somehow I just messed up cooking so bad with missing the initial shots, the 3 initial shots on the left side. So I converted basically a 958 into a 10-7. So
10:07.
Yep.
Yeah, you're 10 seconds ahead of me entering Ridley.
Really?
Yeah. You're ahead of me entering Ridley. I had a really bad start. I was, you know how you talk about being nervous and stuff.
Yeah.
It affects me pretty hard too.
Oh.
I was nervous during the race.
Yeah, Destructor, you had a pretty commanding lead going into Ridley. It wasn't until leaving Ridley that Sam pulled ahead because he had already grabbed the missile tank before Bao Cocoon. So when you had to stop and grabbed it, that gave him a chance to pull ahead because he was right behind you at that point.
That's understandable. And my relay was sloppy as well. So, oh well.
Destructor, I have to ask you though, because I'm still not sure about what happened. What happened with Zeb skip? It looks like you got it, but you didn't move left.
So what happened is that I got Zeb skip like 2nd or 3rd bomb, but the Rinka was a few pixels higher than should have been. So, well, I got the hover glitch, but the Rinka was too high, so I couldn't get through the Zebetide because basically my head or my helmet just blocked the way with the platform above.
Oh.
So what I tried is just, I knew that there was no way I could get through, so I just destroyed the Rinka and tried to use the one on the bottom that you freeze when you enter the room to not get bothered with. You can use that one, wait for this one to defreeze, and freeze it again at the right spot for a backup strat, but I missed the freeze. So at this point I was like, okay, let's just... When you miss Zeb skip, it's not worth it to just reload the room and come back. Just kill the 2 Zebetites and farm. On average, it's just better to do that. So that's basically what I did. But yeah, you were right. I got... Zeb skip was good. It was just the positioning of the Rinka. So it's my fault.
Yeah, because I was a bit confused at that, because I recognize the frame that Samus is in when she hovers through it, but I'm just like, what happened? I didn't realize... I couldn't tell if the Rinka was a little bit too high there.
Yeah, by the way, that's one of the things that always surprised me, is that when I see runners doing Zeb skip, they get into the hover glitch, then they start to press left. That's one of the things that I don't understand, because when I do Zeb skip, I already have left press and then I press up. So if I get it, I instantly get through. But sometimes I've seen people getting Zeb skip, and I think it happened to you, Sam, recently. I'm not sure. Like, you got Zeb skip, you got in the hover glitch, and then you pressed left like half a second after. It was enough of time for a turret to knock you out.
You know,
so
I
don't really know.
I had never thought about that. Maybe I'll hold left and press up next time.
You can
that's
do
a
that.
Good idea.
You can do that, and you get through instantly.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Thanks, man.
No problems.
Yeah. that's a really good idea. I just hadn't thought of that. You know, the one thing I'm the most upset about during my run is you're doing the shines. You do the right after the pirate in the room where you start your shine spark for the okay, so escape
for
spark,
escape
right?
spark, yeah.
Yeah, you shoot the pirate, you go forward, you crouch, and then you shoot the door and spark, right?
Yep.
I didn't shoot the door and I sparked.
Block that door.
it's like screw that door in particular.
Yeah, I mean, you can open doors with a little beam at the beginning, but you cannot shine spark through. That's the particularity of these doors. You break your armor trying to do that.
It would have been sub 39.
I really hope we could have done double 38 on that race, but oh well. Didn't happen.
Sick. No.
That would have been sick, indeed. But yeah, your early game, really rough, indeed.
Oh yeah, I was really nervous. I was really nervous until the end of when I had finished training, massively ahead.
I mean, at the beginning of the race, I just put myself in the mental state like, I know I'm playing against someone really good, so I'm not in the optic to beat him. I'm just gonna try my best and see if I can beat him at this point. So it could have happened. Could have happened actually.
It definitely. You could have won. Like I mean, you're really good at the game, man. You can definitely win it.
No, yeah, it was anybody's race up until the end. Destructor, I have to say, your suitless was top notch. You actually gained time back during suitless. Nobody does that, but you did.
Well, suitless was pretty much perfect. The only point where I failed something in suitless was funging your jump. That was the only thing I missed. Like, I missed it once, was disappointed. I missed it twice, was like, come on! Suitless was perfect up to that point. Don't get me right like this. I skipped heal, even.
Yeah, you skipped the heal, you got fast searchlights. It was so clean. I was loving it.
When I entered, the first room, like with the two pirates, when you get the perfect stealth, I was like, when I'm going to do the wall jump after the first pirate, I feel like the second is going to be on the left platform and on the right side where it's going to be, and I'm going to die. Fortunately, it didn't happen. Oh well.
What was your in-game time, by the way?
27:33.
Okay. I had a 26:57.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's it for me, right? Don't have anything else for me, Alex?
No. Just you guys both put on a great race. It was back and forth, and you both played really well. Thank you so much. It makes me glad that I set my alarm for this.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for that.
I'm really excited to this run. You always do amazing commentary, so it's gonna be really fun to watch it.
Yep.
All right.
But let's take a look at the bracket real quick, because we have a couple of minutes before our window ends here. See what happens now. This was a. Here we go. Oh gosh, come on, scroll for me. Here we go. So this was a. Where'd it go? I think I might still be partially asleep. I can't seem to find you to anywhere. Where the heck are you?
Well, my next opponent is the winner of
Sam and Pulsemore.
Scotty versus
Scotty and Pulsemore. Yeah, sorry.
Wait, no, isn't it Scotty and Neon Fuzz? Or am I mistaken?
Oh, no wonder I can't find you, Sam. You're not in here as Sam.
His name is the Amazing One.
Dang it! Why would you do this to me?
That one of the thing that got me really confused before entering tournament. Like I was not really doing my pronostics, but just thinking about my chance and maybe the top place I could get in a tournament. I was like, okay, we have Scotty, we have Eagle. I can probably beat Ross in a race setting. I'm pretty sure I can beat Exodo. Maybe if I get fortunate, I can get top 3. Like, who knows? And then we were speaking in the tournament Discord, and it was like, yeah, Johnny's not here. I have good chances. And then John was like, don't forget Sam. And I was like, damn it, dude.
Well, okay. The top 3 dream is not dead. You're not out of it yet. You still can fight your way back. Because let's see, with that you're going to be facing. So 50 would put you. You're going to face off. Oh God, I can't even estimate that. You face off against the winner.
It's going to be between Mickey, Ayash, Atolman, or Ivan. Oh no, Ivan was on yesterday, so it's going to be between Atolman and or the winner of Mickey and Ayash.
Yeah, so it's one of those 3. So we'll see. You can still fight back, and then if you win that, you're going to face off against goodness only knows the losers bracket has actually got a whole bunch of tight races in it.
I really want to continue that one because if I can win my previous race, then I'm going to move on between someone between Metroid Master, Menatobi Whale, and the loser between Pulsemore and Scotty the Infuse, even though I'm breaking Scotty, obviously. If I can beat that match, then I'm going to face against the losers of 59. And the loser of 59 is going to be either Exodo or Ross, because I can see Eagle taking first place. So I want to face Ross in losers.
I mean,
I just want that. Let's get that show match. Let's get it.
Let's see that.
I do also remember last tournament that Scotty lost really early on and then fought his way back. Because let's face it, no one wants to face Scotty in losers.
The classic losers bracket run.
Oh man, so this tournament is far from over, and we've still got a whole lot of good races coming. I'm looking forward to practically all of them.
Me too.
Are you going to be commentating the race at 11, by the way?
I don't know. I actually have to go out for a while, and I don't know if I'll be back in time. If I'm back in time, then I'll try. I will, if no one else does.
Whose race? Like the race in 5 hours and 30 minutes, I think.
Yeah, Scotty versus Neon Fuzz. That's going to be a good one as well. Scotty.
I mean,
it's Scotty.
I could commentate it if needed.
Yeah, maybe.
So it's going to be 5 p.m. for me, so I can definitely commentate if needed.
Yeah, give Crunchy a break. He's really tired.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going back to sleep after this. I'm not even going to lie.
With all that hype, I will be able to sleep.
So did the race keep you up, man?
Keep me up? No, I actually set my alarm. I actually slept a few hours before this, and I'm going to sleep.
I meant during the race.
Oh yeah, no. The race definitely kept me up. I mean, I started out kind of low energy, but by the end of it, I was at normal energy levels.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you guys there. Thanks again for the race, Destructor, and thanks for the commentary. Your commentary is going to be great.
GG, you too, Sam. And good luck for that.
Yeah, GG, Sam and Destructor. Was an excellent race.
Thank you.
And again, folks, 11 a.m. Eastern today. Come back for C. Scotty W versus Neon Fuzz. That promises to be a good race as well. Scotty needs an introduction, and Neon Fuzz, don't sleep on Neon Fuzz. He's a very good runner as well. So we'll see what happens. Until then, there's not much to say about the schedule. Nothing else happens until for a few hours here on Speed Gaming. But thanks for watching, everybody. Have yourself a good whatever time of day it is.
Goodbye, everyone.